Okay, let us look at the progress that we have made so far. This is the main file, and after every 350th frame, a honeybee will be generated. If a hive isn't already generated, it will come from outside of the screen, and this function sets the target of the frog. Basically, it gives the reference of the frog to the bee, so that the bee, when it moves, has the position of the frog through the reference and it moves accordingly. It will also add the bee to the queue. Next, we have this function. So when the bee is like behind the frog, we need to flip it so that it's not following the frog in opposite direction. So we have the flip, and we set it accordingly. Also, if there is a collision between the tongue and the rect of the bee, then the bee gets eaten. Let's have a look. So that's it.
Hey everyone, my name is Mariam Hassan and this is my file manager class. It reads a file, and whatever the information is stored in that file, it updates the screen using creating an objects with using these informations, and it uses fgets function for that and enqueue everything in a queue. This is a save file function. It writes a file and it stores all the information. For now, it's just storing the position of the player, that is x and y position, and then it is sent to a queue. In queue, there is a function called save game. This save game creates a temporary node, and in each node it stores the information that we have to use. That's for now. It is also storing the player position. As a second part of my game is to create this update function using forward list, on which I'm working.
Hello, my name is Fatma. So this is my final output at the moment. Okay, so as you must have noticed that the game screen contains 5 hearts at the top left corner of the screen. So these hearts are basically the health bar. What happens that each of these hearts contains 4 healths. If the frog gets hit by the rock, its health decreases by 1, whereas if it gets hit by a thorn or cactus, it dies completely. That is, its health goes to 0. In the main function, I've also added a condition that if the frog wants to save himself from these cactus or rocks, what the player can do actually is that he or she can press the upward key button. What this button will do is that it will make the frog jump a little higher so that he can save himself. Here it is. There's also another condition under which the frog can move backwards. Now this is the limit. Now the frog won't go any further, and if it wants to come forward, it will move like this. And here it jumps higher. Up. This is it.
Okay, so this week I'm working on making the ground and all the objects move simultaneously, and as you can see, the ground and this cactus are moving together, so is this tree, and this rock is again moving together with the ground in perfect synchrony. So this I have achieved by putting all these objects into a queue, So whenever I have created these objects, I made them using a unit pointer, as you can see here. So the ground, tree and others are made using unit pointer, and these are then put inside a queue which is moved when the button is pressed. So the entire queue is being moved, and so is the queue is again being moved in the main loop of the game. So as you can see, the thorn is the thorn and the cactus, they are both inheriting from obstacle, and this obstacle has a move function which is similar to the move function which we have used for the tree. Like, it is not even similar, it's exactly the same. So these two move functions, since they are same, hence they enable us to move our ground in perfect synchrony with the other objects. So basically this is it for this week. Stay tuned, Shikate.